Hello everyone, myself Nikita Sohane, Assistant Professor, Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Indore. The topic for today's video lecture is linear and non-linear pharmacokinetics. This is the topic of B Pharma 6th semester. The subject is biopharmaceutics and pharmacokinetics. First, we talk about the linear pharmacokinetics. As therapeutic dose, the change in amount of drug in the body or change its plasma concentration due to absorption, distribution, binding, metabolism or excretion is proportional to its dose, whether administered as single or as multiple doses. That means basically the therapeutic response or the therapeutic dose, if we change the amount of drug dose or the absorption, distribution or metabolism of particular drug is changed, then the therapeutic response of that particular drug will be changed as per the linear pharmacokinetics. In such situation, the rate and process are said to follow first order or linear kinetics, or all Semilog plots of C versus T. C versus T, that means concentration versus time. As time will increases, the concentration will also increases in the body for the particular drug, for single dose or multiple dose both. The important pharmacokinetic parameters are F, that is bioavailability, Ka, Ke, that are absorption rates, Vd, volume of distribution, CLR, renal clearance, CLH, hepatic clearance, which describe the time course of a drug in the body, which is unaffected by the dose. Pharmacokinetics is dose independent. That means absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion of drug is dose independent factors that are depend upon the human body, how body absorb the drug, how body distribute the drug, the rate of metabolism or the rate of excretion. That does not depends upon the drug dose, it's depend upon the intersubject variations. Non-linear pharmacokinetics. The rate process of drugs ADME are dependent upon carrier or enzymes that are substrate specific, have definite capacities and are susceptible to saturation at a high drug concentration. That means these are the non-linear pharmacokinetic where the drugs absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion are depend on the carriers or enzyme which are present in human body and the dosage form, and specifically they define the drug absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. In such cases, and essentially first order kinetics transform into a mixture of first order and zero order rate process, and the pharmacokinetic parameters are changed with the size of the administered dose. That means first order and zero order rate process are changed as the administered dose will change. Pharmacokinetic of such drugs are said to be dose dependent. Terms synonyms with it are mixed order, non-linear and capacity limited kinetic. That means non-linear pharmacokinetic is also known as mixed order, non-linear or capacity limited kinetics. Capacity limited kinetic is termed because it is depend on the capacity of carriers or the enzymes present in the body. Detection of non-linearity in pharmacokinetics. How can we detect the non-linearity in pharmacokinetic parameter of samples. The simplest methods are first test. First test is determination of steady state plasma concentration at different doses. That means for single dose we cannot obtain a steady state concentration. For obtaining a steady state concentration we have to give a multiple dose, and after that multiple dose we can find out the steady state plasma concentration. Second test, determination of some important pharmacokinetic parameters such as fraction, bioavailability, elimination half-life or total systemic clearance at different doses of drug. Any change in this parameter is indicative to non-linearity, which are usually constant. Causes of non-linearity. First cause is drug absorption. For drug absorption, there are three causes. Solubility, dissolution of a drug is rate limited. Example, griseofulvin is high concentration in intestine. That means the particular drug is not soluble or dissolve in the stomach area or small intestine where drug has to be absorbed. If the drug is not soluble in absorbing membrane, so its absorption is very low, and that will be shown in non-linearity of drug. Second is carrier mediated transport system. Example, ascorbic acid, saturation of transport system. Carrier mediated transport system, we have studied that the carrier is bound with the drug and it will cross the absorption membrane or small intestinal villi membrane. After that the drug and carrier gets separated and drug is goes through the systemic circulation. Carrier moves towards outer the membrane, but when the carrier mediated system has the saturation point, so the drug absorption affected by that saturation point. Next is pre-systemic gut wall or hepatic metabolism attains saturation. Example, propanol. As we all know, the first pass metabolism is also known as pre-systemic metabolism or hepatic metabolism, in which the drug is metabolized before going to systemic circulation. So if the drug is metabolized more in hepatic region, so the concentration reaches to the systemic circulation is less. Even sometime it is not as a minimum effective concentration. So that for that drug the therapeutic response cannot be achieved. These parameters affected by bioavailability, absorption of drug, Cmax and AUC. A decrease in this parameter is observed in former two causes and an increase in later cause. Next parameter is drug distribution. At high doses, non-linearity due to two causes. First is binding site on plasma protein gets saturated. Example, phenylbutazone. As we all know, after the drug reaches to the systemic circulation, it will be bind with the receptors or it will be bind to the plasma proteins. So if plasma protein site gets saturated, binding site of plasma protein gets saturated, so the drug distribution is not as much greater as it has to be. Second is tissue binding site gets saturated. If the tissue binding site is saturated, so the drug cannot bind with the tissue and not produce therapeutical response. Next, in both cases there is increase in plasma drug concentration. If drug cannot be bind with the tissue or it cannot be bind with the protein, then the concentration of drug is increased in the plasma or blood. uh, according to that, the volume of distribution is also increases, and clearance with high ER get increased due to saturation of binding site. Next factor is drug metabolism. Non-linearity occurs due to capacity limited metabolism, small changes in dose administration, large variation in plasma concentration at steady state, large intersubject variability. That means non-linearity is due to occurs basically because of the metabolism, limited metabolism. Intersubject variation, it varies patient to patient. That is not mean every patient metabolize drug in same manner or same extent. It will be varies. There are two important cause of drug metabolism. They are capacity limited metabolism, enzyme and cofactor saturation. For example, phenytoin and alcohol. Alcohol and phenytoin are two drugs which has capacity limited metabolism. That means enzyme and cofactor are saturated. If enzyme and cofactors are saturated, then these two drugs cannot metabolize easily, so it will reaches to systemic circulation and distributed to systemic circulation for a long period of time. Next is enzyme induction. Decreases in plasma concentration. Example, carbamazepine. If the enzyme induction cause, that means the enzyme produce more and more, so the plasma concentration of drug is decreases because the drug is metabolized very rapidly or very effectively. For example of this enzyme induction is carbamazepine. Next, auto-induction is dose-dependent concentration. If dose is increases, so enzyme will auto-inducted and the enzyme secretion will be increases. Saturation of enzymes decreases in hepatic clearance and increases the clearance of systemic circulation. That means if saturation uh, in enzyme causes the renal hepatic clearance of drug is decreases and increasing the systemic clearance. That means the drug cannot be cleared from the hepatic region or liver, and it is mostly cleared from the systemic circulation. In case of enzyme induction, reverse condition is occur. Other reasons include saturation of binding sites, inhibitory effect of metabolites on the action of enzymes. Drug excretion. Two active processes which are saturable. Active tubular secretion. Example, penicillin G. Active tubular reabsorption, water soluble vitamins and glucose. These are the for drug excretion. Active tubular secretion and active tubular reabsorption are also the process of urine formation. For that purpose, active tubular secretion, that means the tubular proximal convoluted tubules of nephron secreted the drug molecules, and it will example of that is penicillin G. When the drug is secreted by the nephrons, it will be goes to the urine and excreted from the body. Active tubular reabsorption, that means some of the minerals, some vitamins, some soluble substance like glucose, water is reabsorbed through the tubules, distal convoluted tubules. Saturation of carrier system. Decreases in renal clearance in case of 1 and increases in case of 2. Half-life also increases. That means renal clearance in case of 1, active tubular secretion. When active tubular secretion decreases when the saturation of carrier system occurs, and active tubular reabsorption increases in case of saturation of carrier system, and the half life of that particular drug is also increases. Other reasons like forced diuresis, change in urine pH, nephrotoxicity, saturation of binding sites. In case of biliary excretion, non-linearity due to saturation, example tetracycline and indomethacin. Examples of drugs showing non-linear pharmacokinetics are causes: GI absorption, saturable transport in gut wall, saturable GI decomposition, intestinal metabolism. The drugs are riboflavin, gabapentin, penicillin G, omeprazole, propranolol, salicylamide. For distribution, saturable plasma protein binding, tissue binding. Example of drugs are phenylbutazone, lidocaine, imipramine. Metabolism, saturable metabolism enzyme induction, metabolite inhibition. Example of drugs are phenytoin, salicylic acid, carbamazepine, diazepam. Renal elimination, active secretion, tubular reabsorption, change in urine pH. The example of drugs are para-amino hippuric acid, ascorbic acid, riboflavin, salicylic acid, and dextromethorphan. Thank you everyone.